Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Hunting with Purpose series. It's a rather special occasion today because, for the first time in many years actually, I'm playing Monster Hunter 1. That obviously calls for very Monster Hunter 1 focused discussion. I have had recordings recently where Monster Hunter 1 was discussed, and I spoke of it in very positive terms, and obviously with a lot of affection. So there's going to be a bit of that today. You're going to see how my affection for the game is actually going to be justified, I suppose, because I'll be able to explain it as it's happening. It's not just some sort of abstract idea for those of you who don't actually play Monster Hunter 1, where I'm explaining something that you don't have personal experience or knowledge in. So it's just nice to have something to refer to when I go on those sorts of conversations, and today is that day where I'm able to really show you what I'm talking about. I have been waiting for quite some time to record this game. It's just been one of those things where the stars do need to align a little bit in order for me to do this, which is to say there are several factors that need to be addressed before I can go live. I'm pretty confident that I do have a group here that will last me for a live stream. This is going to be a shorter live stream than usual. It's going to be about an hour and a half, because that is the amount of time that I have available to me today. But, yeah, there you go. Good to see you as well, P-Berry. I will take you all through Monster Hunter 1. Those of you who are not that familiar with it, what I actually wanted to do was show you the logging in process. It takes about 2 minutes to actually log into the online of this game, which is fine, but you know, there's a process to it, and it's quite nice. I actually like it a lot. It's a bit nostalgic, it's a bit old school gaming in the way that it works. But this is my character here. Where I currently am is in the online hub in Mindguard. Now, Mindguard is the original online location, the online city mode of Monster Hunter. It appears in only 2 games, that is Monster Hunter 1 and Monster Hunter G. Monster Hunter G, of course, being the G-rank version of the game that I'm playing now. The only reason why I'm not playing Monster Hunter G right now is because what I've instead decided to do is build up my character in Monster Hunter 1 and then transfer it to Monster Hunter G, instead of just building the character from scratch in the G-rank version. The reason why is because there are certain quests that you can access here in the online of Monster Hunter 1 that can't be accessed in the online of Monster Hunter G. There's a bit of a story associated with that, and I think that it has less to do with the game itself and more to do with the people working on the online servers. There's a little bit of work that goes into allowing certain event quests to appear in the game, for example. I don't know. What I can say is that Kirin is one monster that I think can really only be fought properly in this game. I don't know all the details, I'm going based on vague memories, so I might not go into further detail about that. Here's the Guildmaster, someone that we are pretty familiar with. What I want to draw your attention to, probably more than anything else, is all of the things that are familiar, because keep in mind, what you're watching today is literally the very first Monster Hunter game. It's not even the first one that people in the West had played. What you're actually seeing today is the Japanese version of Monster Hunter 1. This is translated into English. So yeah, you are seeing quite authentically the original Monster Hunter experience. So yeah, the Guildmaster is there, and we've got the quest giver. This person will provide us with all of the quests that we need. As you can see, there is an HR system, and this is something that really was a theme, a hallmark of Alpha Team Monster Hunter. So that's Monster Hunter 1, Monster Hunter G, Monster Hunter DOS, Monster Hunter Tri. And I actually prefer this system. I genuinely do. The idea that you've got an HR bracket and you need Hunter rank points in order to reach the next HR. I've gone into detail about it in recent recordings. I'm not going to go into it right now. I might talk about it later. But at the moment, I am in the final quest star level of low rank. This is the high rank section here, so beginning at 4 star. Usually you will refer to a quest level by the number of stars. This is something that is very typical of first generation Monster Hunter, because that is honestly the most sensible way to communicate quickly what level of quests you're doing, rather than talking about what HR. Of course, in later games they actually just made it so that each of these would be the next Hunter rank. So this would be Hunter rank 1, Hunter rank 2, Hunter rank 3 sort of thing. But it's not really that way here, so quest star level is the most relevant point here. What do you mean? TKU Lord. Is that thank you? Because I didn't do anything. I said to them, look, go and depart on your quest, because it's a gathering quest and I've got shit to set up. So that's really what happened there. I will show you the rest of Mindguard, possibly as quickly as I can. You may have noticed there that that was a non-animated loading screen. The little thing that says now loading, those fancy letters, they didn't actually start getting animated until Monster Hunter Freedom, I think. I think Freedom was the first game to animate that. So you can see it's literally just now loading. It's a static screen, so... You'll notice also the general theme of high rank versus G rank in the older games is that, and this is a bit strange, but the high rank maximum game, so the standard one, is brown in theme, and then the G rank version is green. You'll actually see this in Monster Hunter Freedom 2 as well. If you go into Monster Hunter Freedom 2, it's all brown themed, and then you go into Freedom Unite, and it's all green. For example, the loading screens is probably the first thing that comes to mind, but you've also got the menu system. The menu system here is brown, in Monster Hunter G, it's green. In this game, the loading screen is brown, in Monster Hunter G, it's green. In Monster Hunter Freedom 2, the loading screen is brown. In Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, the loading screen is green. There you go. I don't know if it's some sort of reference, like G might actually mean green rank. Imagine that, mind blown. This is Mia, this is an HR20 with whom I've played before, and as you can see, you can actually see people moving around in Mindguard. It is a little bit glitchy, they do sort of slide around a little bit, but this is Mindguard. This is the central area. I don't think there are any vendors that I can interact with here. There are people who look like they might be vendors. This guy's sitting next to a stall of some kind, giant basket of whatever that might be. And anyway, this is the blacksmith over here. And then in the opposite direction is the player home, I suppose. This is the inn. I'm not sure what you want to call it. I have no doubt that it has an official name. But basically you have multiple rooms that you can visit. This is the standard one down here, the pawn room. And then up here you've got the... oh, I see. So the bishop room is accessible now that I'm HR10, which is good. I don't know what Hunter rank gives me access to the bishop room, but you've also got the rook room and the bishop room. The rook room is upstairs. Bishop, presumably, is over here. Now, these are not one-time fees, sorry. You need to pay this money to go into the rooms each time, and I think you get better facilities in each of them. I don't want to spend that money right now, because I have to tell you that money in this game does not come in abundance. You will just barely have what you need to survive. Literally the only way that it works, in other words, if you want to make armor or forge weapons, the only way that you're going to be able to do that sensibly is to actively sell quest rewards in order to get money, because you are not going to get enough money just by clearing the quests on their own. You get almost nothing. It's just, you will experience utter penury while playing this game. I will show you the blacksmith. That's the other key area. It's a nice little location. You've got an item box here, just around the stairs. This is where you purchase your armor. It's really interesting, just little details like this. You can't even see the red marker above this person's head when you go to talk to them, because the actual design of where they're standing is blocking it, which is very funny. This is where you can forge, armor crafting and weapon crafting. Obviously it's just one screen for all weapon types. It's been that way for all of first gen. And yeah, there's a little bit more to show you in Mindguard. I'm not sure what these people are doing, so I'm not actually going to give you a full tour of Mindguard right now because I do not want to be left behind. I want to ensure that they know that I'm actually here and ready to play. It looks like there was no risk of me being left behind because the other guy... Oh, can he do this quest? I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm not actually going to eat for this quest because it won't really be necessary. What you find is that as long as you're playing carefully, you don't really need 150 health. I can't even eat for 150 health. The best that I can manage with my current food, provided I'm not spending extra to go into a different room, and I think that when you go into a different room, you get better food. The best I can manage at the moment is 110 health, which really doesn't make that much of a difference, so I'm not that desperate. I'm not too sure if the other guy can actually play. I haven't seen him leave or anything, so... Oh no, it is just the three of us. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. An interesting thing is that you don't... The ready up system is purely a courtesy in this game. You don't have to ready up, and the person departing on the quest does not have to wait for you to ready up. As soon as you've joined up on the quest, they can actually just depart with you. So, yeah, readying up is not as significant here as it is in later games. I actually don't mind that too much. There are positives and negatives associated with that, that's what I will say. I feel like you are less likely to depart on a quest without someone with this system, but then there are also other issues, you know, trying to work out, oh, I was wrong, actually. I don't know why I thought EVY was not, oh, we're departing without EVY. Oh, never mind, we're not. So if I walk away from, this is a bit confusing, but if I walk away from the departure area, it actually says departing with an ellipsis, like it's imminent, like it's literally happening now. It's not. EVY is still wanting to post gathering quests. I'm sorry, but it's not happening. I would encourage you to join us, my friend. You will benefit from this quest immensely. The last gathering quest, just to let you know, was cooking steaks. Like, we're not talking Velociprey slaying or anything. Well, actually, that's not gathering, but my point is that it's not really appropriate when you've got other people who want to play with you to then post those sorts of gathering quests. It's stupid. Anyway. I just got, Star Fury got a mass ad break. Thanks for letting me know. Mia is becoming increasingly frustrated, I think. Peaberry also makes the point. This is one thing, I'm not going to be able to communicate all of the changes to you guys. I'm sure a lot of it is stuff that you will notice that I won't get the chance to mention. For example, Peaberry mentions that there are no weapons that are visible in the hall. I don't think there's a specific reason why, but yeah, it looks kind of cool. Your weapon is just not on your person. You will have your weapon when you depart on the quest. So it's just you walking around. Sort of a unique view. So I guess the first quest that we're going to be doing is Rathian. Now, I have to tell you that I should probably touch wood while saying this. I have not really encountered any network instability while playing online in this game. It's pretty solid. I don't know if that's courtesy of the game's netcode, or if it has to do with the servers that these people are running, these fan-made servers, but they work very well. I'm very happy with them. As you can see, very static loading screens. It's old school. It looks old school, it feels old school, and let me tell you, once you start to embrace it, it's a very comfy environment. Of course, using the claw to maneuver the camera, I always take paintballs. I'm extremely greedy when it comes to that. I'm going to monitor the game volume. I think it's a little bit too loud, actually. If it's already hitting negative 30 dB and we haven't even entered a quest, that's... I think Envy just emptied the fucking thing. Did he do that? Oh, I haven't really organized my pouch at all. You can see I also have ammunition in here. Now, it costs so much money. Do I even have... This fucking prick took my rations as well. That's the one thing I really need. But anyway, I shouldn't call him a prick. That's probably not nice. He's new, I think. He seems new. You would think that anyone playing this game would be a little more familiar with Monster Hunter, but he doesn't. This Envy guy, or Eevee, sorry. EVY, not Envy. He doesn't really present that way. He doesn't present like someone who plays the other games. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so when I was talking about how little Zenny you have in this game, when you choose to go gun and buy ammunition, I have to tell you that it is a huge investment. That's why I still have that ammunition sitting in my pouch. Storage space in this game is utterly miserable. Utterly, utterly miserable. So I can't even put it in my box. So it's just sitting in my pouch waiting to be used. I don't want to sell it because it will be a huge waste. There is no... It's not... Oh, God. And EVY disconnected. There you go. I mean, what can I say? But... Ooh, that's not good. I was aligning myself with a monster that was ready to attack. There are actually a few things to say. I'll try to cap off what I was last saying and conclude with I'm going to keep that ammunition in my box for a little while yet. One thing that I want to mention immediately is that headlocking is a feature that you will notice immediately in Monster Hunters 1 and G. So headlocking is something that was dealt with balancing-wise in the later games. It's harder to headlock monsters. Headlocking in this game can actually almost break the fight. You will lock down the fight by aiming for the head. You can almost see Mia doing it now. See that constant flinching of the monster on the head. It is most effective to do that with the lance. That's why if you've ever seen someone headlocking in old Monster Hunter, it's always with the lance. The lance is immensely strong in this game. The flinches you can get on the head of a monster with a lance in Monster Hunter 1 and G is almost game-breaking. So if anyone equips a lance, you'd better believe that they're going to be aiming for the head. I'm not really assisting by flinching Mia there, but that's alright. And we've got a limping Rathian, because Mia is very strong. My poison helps as well, of course. As I understand, there is no way to actually skip the death scene. I haven't been able to work out how to do it. I might actually mention, because there was one button that I hadn't tried, and that was R3. This might blow your mind. There's a lot of things about this game. You think you understand it, and then something, like a little nugget of knowledge, will fall into your lap regarding this game, and it will actually blow your fucking mind. So I pressed R3 and I kicked. Now, R3 is something that you can actually press to interact with things in this game. It's actually a button that's used quite a lot, not just to kick. If you want to use a bowgun, you don't actually use the analog stick to shoot. Well, you do, but you don't move it in a direction. You don't move it up or down or left or right to shoot. You actually press the analog stick. You hit R3 to shoot your ammunition out of a bowgun. It's really bad. I don't think you even need to experience it to know how bad that is. Imagine you've got your bowgun, and each time you need to take a shot, you need to press down on the right analog stick. It's really, really bad. It's fucking cursed. I don't know what crossed their mind when they thought that that was a good idea. Like, literally, what meeting led to that decision being made? And what on earth were they consuming by way of substances? It's literally beyond my imagination. Like, I don't know. That's Alpha Team for you, though. That's literally what Alpha Team is about. Doing just utterly incomprehensible and inexplicable things. 1000 Zenny for clearing a Rathian quest. No, things are not cheaper in this game. You just get fuck all in terms of quest reward Zenny. That's how it is. We did not get the tail. Sorry about that. Also, hello, Samuel. Saving after a quest is automatic. You do get that loading screen just previously where it shows you Mine Guard from above. And we're back. I definitely need to organize my inventory because I have not been doing that. I don't know what EVY is doing. I don't know if we're going to continue playing with this person. just because the quests that they're wanting to do are not appropriate. I don't mind doing some gathering quests, but I just don't see the gathering quests that this person is posting to be required in order for them to progress. He seems to be posting quests that he's already cleared, or in star levels that he has already moved past, so I really don't understand it. It's a bit odd. I will show you the eating process. Yes, there is a Pookie. There has always been a Pookie. Let us not forget that. I will go for meat and fish. So meat scraps, which doesn't sound very appetizing, and scalefish will do me. And I think guts is also seafood, so it's some kind of fish guts. My guess is that the translation sort of misses out on the opportunity to indicate that it's fish guts. I'm sure it's more obvious in Japanese. It's strangely delicious. What did I get out of that? Maximum health increased? 110 health. What joy. One more quest, then I'll take a break. That does not bode well for the live stream, but fine. I suppose I'll show you the rest of Mindguard just quickly. If I go in this direction, this will actually send me back to the lobby, where I can choose to join different rooms. We don't want to do that. We are quite happy where we are now. If I go in this direction, that'll just take me through the rest of Mindguard. So this is to the market area. This is where you will have a number of vendors that you can interact with. There is a guy here. I'm not going to refer to these people as the guy here, etc. I'm just going to refer to them as vendors because they will sell you different things. But it just gives you a sense of interacting with an environment to have all these different vendors selling these different things. I will buy this honey, actually. That's very helpful. I'll buy a stack of 10. Obviously, you can't buy 2 box. That sort of convenience or quality of life feature simply does not exist. This guy is not selling anything, although he looks like he would be. This guy is actually doing mixing, so he can actually create things provided. So he does your combining, basically. Combiners are NPCs that really only exist in Alpha Team Monster Hunter games that I can recall. This guy actually sells bomb material, which is very useful. And also sells a lot of the things that the vendor in the guild area, or the guild hall, gathering hall, whatever you want to call it, sells herself. There are 2 ways to go back to the area we were in before. There is an exit over that way, which we came through as an entrance before, or we can go this way. Both lead to the same place, through different doors. So there's this way, and this way to get to the market. It'll just put you in 2 different spots in the market area. Alright, and then the tavern is obviously indicated as such by the... oh god, don't tell me they've departed without me. Have they departed without me? Why would they do that? I think that's just what's happened. Why is Mia doing this? I've played with Mia before. That's just unfair. Oh, they're sitting here, okay. I couldn't see them at all. They were both just sitting down relaxing, and I totally missed them. I'm assuming EVY can join. What you're about to witness here is capture quests in this game. They're very odd. Like, very, very strange. I'm a little bit confused about how Tranquilizer works in this game. Well, I know how it works, but I'm not sure how it's treated as an item. So tranks are supply items, but you seem to also be able to combine for them, which I don't really understand. That hasn't been completely explained to me. But in first generation Monster Hunter, and Freedom 1 is included in this, you can actually just throw trank bombs at a monster and it'll put it to sleep. And then you drop a trap and then you capture it at that point. I don't think it's required that you do that, but it is certainly encouraged that you do that. You are given so many tranks that usually you'll end up with 6 of them per quest. And that's so that you can throw the tranks at the monster to put it to sleep, but that won't capture it. You then need to put it in a trap and then throw tranks again in order to successfully capture. But I have seen it happen, where you can just put the monster in the trap straight away, and then, yeah, well, they can take the trap, I don't care. That's actually not even a supply pitfall trap, that's an actual pitfall trap. We're actually given Trank Shot as well, so anyone who's got a gun can make use of that. But as I said, it says that it's a supply item, but I've done a capture quest before where I think the people that I was playing with, Mia was included in that, they actually insisted that trank bombs were not a supply item, and a few people had tranks during that quest, so it must also be something you can combine for. I just don't know how that works. I don't know what the distinction is. I guess the distinction is that the tranks that you get for this quest will not follow you into the hall once you finish the quest, but you can actually combine for some. It's just they're not given a different name. This monster is going to be capturable almost immediately, so there you go. As you can see, the legendary Area 9 camera angle in the forest and hills, it's really nasty, really unpleasant. Nobody likes it, and certainly not me. I don't want to get in there because everyone is between the monster and the wall, but then I proceeded to get in there anyway. Obviously we're looking for the ears to go down, and then I think we're going to have Tranks go out pretty much immediately, putting the monster to sleep. Yersk says, "Be careful," with a frightened face. Well, the monster's poisoned now, so we are actually at risk of killing it, possibly. But, still not seeing the ears go down, so I don't know why everyone's so frightened. Come on. Come over here. Not sure what Mia's doing, just attack the damn monster. Oh, I see, it's because he's poisoned. They're a little bit concerned that the health threshold will be reached by the poison alone, which might mean we accidentally kill it if we attack. Here we go. Wow, the ears don't... Aha, the ears don't go down. That's a later edition, which I think it was in Freedom 1. I think so. I believe the ears went down in Freedom 1, but it turns out in the oldest Monster Hunter games, there is no visual indication on the Kut-Ku that it is capturable, because we just watched the thing fucking limp away without the ears going down, so there you go. Yeah, capture quests in this game are really nasty. It's so easy to accidentally kill the monster, and Mia is complaining about the poison. Fair enough. Because it's in 4:3 ratio, you can actually see the chat. I don't have to move myself for you to see it. For those of you who are bothered by 4:3 ratio, live with it. Learn to love it. It's the best advice I can give you. I'm sure I could create a background of sorts, but... is it that important? Probably. I don't know. People are bothered by funny things. I'm sure plenty of people are bothered by that. We've got a pitfall trap going down. I don't have any tranks to contribute. And there you go. I'm not sure what that was about, Mia, but anyway. Target monster captured. I'm not going to miss this opportunity to do some mining. Yersk is whipping out the :3. The emoticons that these people are using are actually of the time. It's so funny. Like Mia and Yersk using, you know, emoticons that you would expect to see when this game came out. Particularly Mia. Alrighty. Thank you, P-Berry, for that addition in the chat. Hey! Says EVY. Okay. Looks like they're having a little battle amongst each other. So it looks like we're going to lose Mia, which is okay, to be honest, because the quests are being dealt with way too quickly, I think, with Mia on board. We are doing low rank, it's what we have to do, it's all I can do, because I'm still in low rank myself. But I think now with Mia gone, it's going to feel a little bit more substantial. Obviously, there is no... That's one thing that I didn't mention, but I'm sure that you noticed it immediately. There is no screenshot taken of the final moment of the monster's life. Doesn't exist. I mean, you can call it a kill shot, a kill cam, I don't really know or care. The point is that it's not there. You just get a still image of the... it's the Shrade emblem or something. It's the coat of arms or emblem of the Shrade Kingdom. I am a samurai, apparently. That's what Hunter Rank 10 is. I'm actually a samurai. I don't know what that's about. Surely, being a samurai is very specific. It's not just a rank of skill or something like that. It's a very specific style of play. Well, I shouldn't say style of play. It's a style of combat. Or rather, there would be a specific style of combat associated with being a samurai. So you just suddenly become a samurai when you hit Hunter Rank 10 and then, I don't know, you move on to something else, I don't know. It sounds very silly to use samurai as a title. Or any sort of skill-related designation. If you don't want to go all the way to the... Yursk needs 19,000 HRP for HR20, that's a big deal. Yeah, if you don't want to go all the way to the room, I don't know what to call it. It's not really the house or the home, it's just the room, I will call it, rather mysteriously. You can come here, because you can actually use the box here. Have I reached the maximum number of Macallite ore? Because I'm sure I've got Macallite ore, unless I used all of what I had and now I don't have the slot for it. Alright, fine, I'll put honey in my box then. Oh, what? That was just 4. Interesting. Well, there you go. As you can see, the amount of space that I've got here is very, very limited. And you're probably wondering why it looks so disjointed in my box. I'll give you one guess, I'll give you 5 seconds to guess it just in your own head. Look at the box, and tell me why you think it looks like this. There is no auto-sort feature. No auto-sort feature. So this is it. I think auto-sort was first introduced in Freedom 1. So it is still a first-generation feature, it's just not in all of the games. And there is no auto-sort here, so it's just a fucking mess of stuff. And guess what? You don't get more space than this. There is no storage expansion in this version of Monster Hunter. You do get... excuse my throat. You do get expanded storage in Monster Hunter G, but I think it's 1 extra page. It's just a single page in this game. It's fucking terrible. It means that I can't really get away with storing mushrooms and things like that. I will have to obviously reduce the amount of stuff that I have in my box. Once I need to get Lao Shan Lung materials, Fatalis materials, Kirin materials, because those are monsters I still haven't fought yet. So, we'll see how we go. Yes, you would have to actually manually arrange it yourself. You hit arrange, item, and then you move everything around like that. So, it's pretty rough, but it can be done. I have memories of doing that myself when I first played Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, before I realized that there was an auto-sort button. 100% hand on heart, there was a time when I used to manually sort my box. So I have experienced it, even though I didn't start in Monster Hunter 1. I do know what it's like to manually sort your box. I felt like a real idiot when I discovered it. I was like, oh, okay, well, I could have saved myself so much time. So many, I'm not going to say hours, so many minutes of my life could have been saved by just using that damn button. I don't have any antidotes at all, but I think it's going to stay that way for the moment, while I've got this damn ammunition in my box. I might bring a gun for the next quest. Yursk is probably not really concerned as to what we, oh. You are watching the Steam too. Do you mean the stream? There are probably so few people streaming this game that he's probably watching it. But anyway, the temptation to use a bowgun is actually quite palpable, and the reason why is because this ammunition here is just annoying to have in my inventory, literally taking up space unnecessarily. If I'm going to use it, then that's great, but as I suggested, it's not worth actually selling, because you're not going to get any money back for it. Look, it's 1 zenny per shot. I can assure you that it's not 1 zenny when you shoot it. When you shoot it, it's not 1 zenny when you buy it. I'm just getting distracted by the chat. Seems that they're talking about using a keyboard in-game. But yeah, like it's full keyboard support. Well, not really full keyboard support. There's actually an additional mod that you can get that will default to the English keyboard. I've been trying to install it. It's actually a cheat, technically, but I haven't been able to get it to work. But, yeah, you do have the ability to type, provided you've got things set up properly. That's funny. There's someone streaming World, but with that. Do you know what? That's probably quite common. There's probably a few people who select the original Monster Hunter game, and they're playing a different game, because it just says Monster Hunter, which is fine, that's what the game's called. But it is Monster Hunter 1. It's a rather different game to, say, World. But yeah, I hadn't even considered that. There's probably a majority of people recording for that category on Twitch who are not even playing that game. Really? Yersk is leaving. Mia is taking a break. And EVY, God knows. Our live stream, right? It's hard, isn't it? You're getting a little taste as to why it's been so hard for me to record a live stream of this game. I'm lucky that these people are even here at all, to be honest. I'm going to ask EVY to please... I think there's a language barrier here, though. So, I'm going to have to start posting things of my own. Oh, you are HR. Oh, of course. You're HR4, which means this is actually your... Well, no, you can actually join other things. What am I talking about? You don't have to do those quests. I can post other things. Things that are fun. Look at you going to the quest giver. What are you going to post? Steak cooking again? Volcanic Valor. Let's not do Plesioth or Gravios. That might be a bit excessive. I'm not seeing any decent quests. I mean, we can always do Gypceros, but... Someone's going to say, how could you possibly do Gypceros with poison damage? Well, he does actually take damage from poison, interestingly enough. Lord asks EVY, what do you mean? Lord? What are you asking of me by typing that? I'm standing at the quest giver. Anyway, there is an event quest going. It is Gathering in the Desert, which is very exciting. The event quest is rotating. I don't know if it's every week or every 2 weeks, but this is an interesting one. Lord, can you help me? Fine. This is obviously doing key quests. What lovely gathering quest do you have for me now? It is crystal hunting. Woohoo. It doesn't even tell me how many crystals. Okay, we'll just have to find out. I don't remember, for the record. It was a while ago when I was doing that quest. Alright, let's go. I'm so fucking ready. I should check to see if it's even a key quest. Because it might not be. But I don't have my browser open, so I'm not going to open it just for that. I'm going to hope that he knows what the key quests are, but anyway. Ugh. Preparing quest. Crystal hunting. We will find out how many crystals we need once we get into the quest. What if it was 50? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do 50. It's not going to be 50, but my point is that you don't know. It's 3. A sootstone ore? Fuck's sake. This is the quest that you want to... Oh, shit. This isn't good. This is bad news. This is a fucking transporting quest. That's really bad news. I don't want to see that. Let's just knock it out for him. I've been in that position before where I have relied on the assistance of other people to do this transporting quest, so I will be that person today. It's just, I didn't want to be doing it while I'm fucking live. This is not really what I was expecting or wanting, but anyway. This will give you an idea of what you have to endure when going through key quests in this game. So, transportation quests are utterly miserable. The main reason why is because of the nature of Velociprey, or in this case I think Eoprey. They jump really far. Okay, it's just Velociprey, so I think we'll be okay. I don't know if the Velociprey... Oh no, they all do a really long jump. And it's quite nasty. I hope this guy knows what he's doing. You've got 2 ways that you can approach a transporting quest. Either you try to kill all of the small monsters until they stop spawning, which can be done. Just takes a little bit of time. Or you can just try to avoid the small monsters. Some of them will not spawn until you have actually started transporting at least once already. So if you've entered an area while carrying sootstone ore, for example, at that point the spawn will change and stay that way. But until you've actually done that, it won't make the change. Nothing found. That's fucking helpful, isn't it? Am I missing something? This is where you get sootstone ore, isn't it? I swear to you. This is it. Yes, I do not have backpacking expert, you're quite right. It's in 7. Oh, is it? That's weird. I swore that it was there. But yeah, I think that's where the big red crystal is, you're right. So, yeah. I don't know why I remembered it being in 11. I swear that's where it is in Freedom 1. I'm pretty sure that it's there in Freedom 1. Again, this is not for my benefit that we're doing this quest, but I suppose... Oh, here we go. Fucking Vespoid. Colony. But yes, as you would imagine, this sort of quest probably does need to be shown to people to believe it. This one's not as bad as other ones, but still not great. Iron ore obtained. Well, I was trying to actually show hunts, N10, but then the team fucking disappeared, and now I'm stuck with a guy who wants to do gathering quests, so that's the live stream for it. I can't even mine this thing. Get out of here. Well, that's fucking miserable, AJ. I have to kill these Vespoids, otherwise I'm not going to be able to get my sootstone ore at all. I'm assuming that it drops from here. If it's not from area 11, then it must be here, right? Where's the fucking sootstone ore? Am I missing something? Are you sure it's not area 11? Because there's nothing to be found here. I've just exhausted this node. So where the hell is the sootstone ore? Is it just a gathering point? Maybe you don't mine it. Because sootstone ore in the volcano is a gathering point, so maybe... Is this it? No, nothing found. You can't even get anything here. I don't know what EVY is even doing. I think he's lost. I think he's just wandering around, enjoying the scenery. and just leaving it to me. He obviously doesn't know how to do the quest. Ironically, I've done this before. Like, I have cleared this quest. I just can't remember how to do it. I'm really confused as to what the hell is going on. My memory of transporting anything in this location is that you mine what you need. So, the two mining areas that I know of, obviously there's one in Area 8, but you're definitely not going to get it from 8. I've never done that before. They're not yielding what's required for the quest. It's miserable. Maybe EVY has actually been transporting this whole time. Is he about to deliver something? He looks like he is. What the fuck? Where's he getting it from? He knows where to go. I'll need to follow him. Fuck. Where is he getting it? I think I saw him in Area 7. With me. Maybe. I should be the person who knows, but anyway. I will paintball the presumably Gypceras, I think it is. 11. He says it's in Area 11. Well, that's what I suspected, but perhaps only he can gather it. That was actually my first thought. Maybe I'm not able to gather it, but the quest host can. Unless it's here. No, that's mushrooms. So it is Area 11. But where the fuck is it? You need to mine. So my instincts were correct. Not just my instincts, but my memory. Can we all just agree that the last time I mined at that spot, there was literally nothing? It said nothing found. What the hell is going on? Am I going insane or what? Fuck's sake. No, I don't think that it's possible to get a nothing found unless the node has been exhausted. I haven't encountered that before. That's not a theme or a feature of this game where you just go to a mining node and then you fail to mine something. Like, there's a chance that you will just entirely fail to mine in that instance. I haven't encountered that before. So, I think the node was just glitched out. Might sound like a bit of a cop-out, but I can assure you this is a glitchy game. So, I'm minded to assume that that was a glitch, what I experienced there. Are you sure that there's a nothing? Oh, so there's nothing found and then there's... Oh, do you know what nothing found is? That's where it is a glitch. So, you are right, P-Berry. Nothing found is separate to nothing else here. Nothing found is a glitch in that instance because probably the best example of nothing found that I've encountered is when you're trying to carve a monster and the body is still there, but you're glitched out a little bit. Like, the body is just outside of the carve zone and you end up getting nothing found instead of being able to carve the monster. That's the most common scenario in which I experienced that. So, for some reason I was actually getting that with the mining node, which is crazy. Oh my god, that's not good. Well, EVY was able to get past this before. Get out of my fucking way, please. Well, that's gonna get me. Surely. And there we go. Look who's getting paintballed. Oh yeah, the best way to spam out of any sort of stun in this game is by spinning the analog sticks. That's what I do anyway in the later games, but it's particularly useful here. Fucking wasted my time. EVY needs to not go this way because it's a bit too dangerous. Look, I don't know, AJ, I've got no clue at this point. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, I think EVY is going to have to stay here. I hate fucking calling him EVY. Should I call him Evie? Evie? It's just one of those names that drives me insane. Because it's silly. Probably not a kind thing to say, but it's just pissing me off. It looks like he dropped his Sootstone ore. But as I said before, you can actually kill these small monsters until they stop spawning. It does happen eventually. Can't believe I'm doing this fucking quest. It's the best I can do, unfortunately. Like, I am at the mercy of the people that I'm playing with. Like, I can only do what they want. Or what they need. Alright, so we've got Gypceros in Area 5. So we'll just take an alternative route. That'll be fine. Why am I out of rations already? Oh, it's because... it's because I didn't have a hot drink on me, so I was losing my stamina in the cold area. In the cave. That obviously explains it. That's my fault for being stingy with the stuff in my pouch. It's not something that I usually do, as you know, in Monster Hunter. But you do end up playing a little differently when you're playing a game like this. Oh, we can go from 10 to 5 to 2 now. The problem with Gypceros, obviously, is that he moves so much. And so quickly. So you think you've got an open path, and then he just appears in front of you. So hopefully it will be clear between now and when we get to the box. Oh, he's moving again. Fuck. Probably to 5 again. Change of direction. Yes, I can assure you that I'm also seeing the same thing you are. EBY. Ebby. I'm just gonna call him Gathering Guy. No, I don't know what to call him. Other than EVY. Evie? It's probably Evie. Evie sounds silly as well. I'm trying to get past these fucking Vespoids. This is terrible. There's so many of them. I'm genuinely terrified. Especially with how they're moving. You get away from me. Alright, what the hell do we have to deal with in Area 3? Oh, hello. A whole load of Velociprey. May the best man win. I feel like I don't even have the stamina for this shit. You have to really... You have to do a bit of a zigzag motion. But that was obviously not working for me that time. Stop pinging! Fuck, I know what's going on. Like, what are you trying to say? Just take your fucking thing and go that way. Shit. Maybe he wanted me to be a distraction while I was on the other end of the damn area, so... Is he able to get past it? It looks like he's about to make it. Oh, shit. I feel like this all would have been much easier if that mining node didn't glitch out at the start of the quest. And pretend like it was unmineable for some reason. Gypceros is now flying to 3. He gets around that guy. And he doesn't want to stay in 3. Are you for real? Indecisive Gypceros. If you're wondering why it's got the dragon icon there, it's because I have Detect, which is obviously the first level of auto tracker. Let's see if I can get past this prick. I should be fine. There he is. We'll just do what we can. I feel like I haven't really been all that helpful at all in this quest, but Hopefully I can at least contribute a little bit by delivering one of these. I do still have the Velociprey to contend with. Oh, fuck off. Shouldn't read the chat while I'm carrying the fucking thing. Jesus Christ. Alright. Yeah, it's not easy to carry this shit. Looks easy, and then you do it, and it's almost... I'm going to say that it is a little bit luck-based. Because sometimes I have no difficulty at all, and then other times it's really quite miserable. Well, I think that is what he's doing, yeah. I think he's killing the Velociprey. He seems to be better at it than me, though. Like, the carrying business. So, I'd prefer he just came and got a fucking stone and went running with it. I think we would probably succeed faster that way. Got a bit of background noise. Don't know if that's audible or not. I'm not really in a position to go and close any doors right now. So... what even is that? I will go 10 to 6 to 3 because obviously EVY is killing Velociprey in 3, so... oh god, go away. Hate these fucking creatures. Have to try and get my stamina back, but they're actually rather quick in how they move. Nasty. Alright, hopefully it's going to be a straight run through 3. It is not a straight run through 3. Yeah, they're obviously spawning quite aggressively at this point. See that giant fucking leap? See that shit? This is why it's so hard to get away from these guys. Alright, looks like EVY is making a good distraction. No, you get away from me. Alright. Oh, this is helpful. Gotta love that wall recovery. Alright. I was able to contribute in some small way. That was an immensely enjoyable quest. It's over and done with now. He is encouragingly saying good job, but it was really his assistance there that got me through that. Oh yeah, he's pinging to the other box. Come on, guy, other box. Ugh, my performance in this quest has been pathetic. He's actually needing to tell me, other box! Yeah, not like... it's like I haven't been doing this in a million other Monster Hunter games before this one. Fucking hell. Don't know why he's saying, oh god. No, Peaberry, I'm not going to make a mistake like that. That's a rookie transporting quest mistake. Although it's probably more of a rookie mistake to go to the fucking blue box instead of the red box. I don't know really where my head was at when I was doing that. But anyway, got a jewel ticket, which is exciting. Got some earth crystals. Lots of mining materials. No Macalite ore though. That's alright. Ugh. Hopefully we get a better quest put on the board next time. I don't know what this guy has to do by way of key quests, but He is at HR 4, so I'm assuming that... Well, I think you can actually reach the next HR level without doing the urgent quest. So, I don't think you hit a brick wall or anything like that. Oh, it's N10. There he is. The man of the hour. Oh, I was looking at your ID as if it were your name. Didn't realize you were HR 19 in this game. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't really want to be... Oh, he says I'll sleep. N10 once again has saved a live stream. There you go. Hello, I'm typing with my keyboard. You know, that thing where I, you know, go tappa tappa on the fucking... Hello? You want to respond to me? It does happen occasionally that the keyboard stops responding. But yeah, so the keyboard's working generally. Oh, now it's working in-game. The fuck? Anyway. N10 saves the live stream again. Most importantly, he saved us from doing more gathering quests. That's really the main point. Alright. Do we want to try Gravios? I'm kind of tempted to. I don't think I need to. Actually, is Volcanic Valor a... I don't think it's a key quest. I think it was a different one. I think it's like hunt down a Gravios or something was the key quest. I'm just going to double check. Did not need to play my live stream back to myself. Key quests. Town, please, not village. So, I think I haven't actually done all of the key quests, I don't think. Oh no, I have done them all. That's what it is. No, I'm pretty sure I have done them all. No, I haven't gotten the urgent quest yet, so I don't know if you get the urgent quest when you hit HR 12. Maybe that's what it is. I think I've done them all. Yeah, pretty sure I have. Anyway, it's not like you can check properly, like here in this moment, because you can't actually see all of the possible quests that appear. So we might just do Plesior. I mean, unless you, like, what have you got? Sword and Shield, Eternal Strife. Well, we can just do Plesior. That'll be fun enough. I'll need to go and get some Sonic Bombs in that case. Oh, I see. Apparently key quests are always available if you still haven't completed it. Oh, I've got one fucking Sonic Bomb. That's 6... No, never mind. I've got another stack down here. So, I'll bring... not all of them. I'll bring some of what I've got. And I might actually bring a gun, so that I can actually expend this fucking ammunition I've got here. I will now slowly, manually equip all of my gunner stuff. But yeah, last time I equipped a gun in this game, I literally couldn't work out how to shoot the gun. It just never crossed my mind that it would be R3 to shoot the gun. Not in my wildest dreams. And I'm not the only one who found themselves in that position. Because it's extremely confusing. You think you've pressed every button you possibly can, and then... no, it's actually R3. Which, yeah, it wasn't even a possibility that it was R3, but it turns out that that's precisely what it is. It's ridiculous, to be honest. Alright. Let's do Water Wyvern in the jungle. I am immensely excited. It's worth mentioning that there is no elemental ammunition in this game. It's pretty much only dragon, and that's obviously with specific bowguns. So, yeah, ammunition is a little different in this game. In terms of what... I have to show you this, it's quite extraordinary. But you don't actually get shown how much of a particular shot type your gun shoots in-game. You have to check an outside reference, because it'll only tell you what kind of shot it can shoot, and then that's the extent of the information you'll be told. It's insane. I don't know, What? And also, for the record, I don't know what the hell disc shot is. What the hell is disc shot? Maybe it's pellet. Because pellet's not here. So maybe it's just a strange translation of pellet. Disc. But there's no mention of a level for it. So disc shot probably... Oh no, pellet is there. Sorry, I'm terribly blind. It's actually a single level shot. Like tranquil paint or antidotes. What the hell is a disc shot? Might be a form of slicing shot? That's weird. Okay. Don't know why I thought it was a pellet shot. I was just having a failed moment of observation where I was looking for pellet shot there, couldn't see it, and decided, oh, well, it must be pellet. Apparently disc shot ricochets like normal 3. Which begs the question of why it needs to exist. And I suppose the reason why we haven't seen it in any game after Monster Hunter G probably suggests that it's something that really didn't need to exist. So there you go. Alright. So we unsheathe the gun with down on the analog stick, reload with, I don't know, down on the analog stick, and then you would think it would be an analog direction to shoot, right? Well, it's not. I can melee with it, and that's about it. If I want to shoot, I have to press down on the damn stick. It's just the picture of absurdity. Doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, let's heal on up. Not heal, but rather recover my stamina, or increase it, I should say. Recover implies that it went anywhere, or that it went somewhere. I can't speak at the moment. I'm just so flabbergasted by the existence of disc shot, I suppose. So, Plesioth usually starts in Area 7. Can move to 3 if you're too slow to engage him there. But I don't think we're moving slowly today. Should make it. Here he is. Our big scaly friend. Now, he's not going to stay on land for very long. Sometimes when you throw a sonic bomb, he doesn't even reach the land, sadly. Oh, the sensitivity is terrible. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. I don't quite know how to describe what it's like to aim down your gun, press it down to shoot, and then reload by pressing down on the analog stick. It's just... Well, sorry, that's really confusing. Flicking it down, pressing it down. There is a distinction there, and I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it. Oh, the sensitivity is awful. Wrong button. I was actually playing with a guy who really perfectly encapsulated the spirit of traditional Monster Hunter. He was a first-gen gunner, so this is, you know, Monster Hunter 1, and he was gunning through low rank. And he was just hardcore. He was combining for so much stuff during the quest, and he was shooting recovery shot on the team. Like, that was his strategy. He had like a support gunner loadout, where he was mostly shooting paralysis shots, combining for them as well, and healing the team really effectively. It was amazing. So, yeah, that guy definitely had the, I suppose, the correct attitude for a game like this. Hello, Air Gaming. I don't know why I went for it though. But yeah, it's really uncomfortable to use a gun like this. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but for the moment, I actually have to think about what I'm pressing. It's not really second nature yet. I probably need to shut the door of my room, because, or perhaps the sliding door to the balcony, because at the moment there's some sort of background noise that possibly can be heard. And it's really annoying. It's annoying me, personally. Shit. Oop, pressing the wrong button now. Attempting to shoot with bowgun and then instead opens the chat box. Quite obviously not the action I was meaning to perform. There is a third-person aim, yeah. I think it's, fuck off! These Vespoid are just consistently annoying. Yeah, I think, oh god. How is it? Move the camera. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you hold down L and then do that. I don't really like third person though. God, that's... If you want to know what looks cursed, that's fucking cursed. I've never been a fan of third person, but... Oh, especially when it's claw. Jesus. That's pretty funky looking, isn't it? Why would I put myself through this kind of suffering? Because I actually enjoy Monster Hunter 1. Why do I put myself through this suffering? Because there hasn't been a good Monster Hunter game since 2017, so that's why I'm doing this. I'm not really happy with the connection here. I'm concerned that, you know, when I'm shooting the monster in its one place, and then suddenly it finishes its animation and then fucking instant transmissions to another location entirely, it makes me wonder if my shots were registering at all in that moment. Quite reasonably, it gives me concerns that I wasn't dealing any damage in that moment. Alrighty. But yeah, I don't consider Monster Hunter 1 to be this silly little novelty. It's a game that I genuinely enjoy playing and that I will try to build a character in. I'm well on the way to doing that as we speak. I'm going to take steps to reduce that background noise. Well, you actually can't quite hear it, which is good, but just in case it is slightly audible, I will go and deal with it now. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, the background noise has been dealt with. Obviously, this is the thing, it looks like it's just regular bones, but you've got Piscine jaws here as well, so they're probably worth taking. I'm not taking any Wyvern claws or fangs anymore because I have plenty. You end up getting a full stack of 99 of those pretty quickly while playing through the game. I got Plesioth Ecology added to the gallery, because that is the first time I have killed a Plesioth in this game. I think. Did I do one solo in the village? I don't know if there is a village one. If there is a village one, surely I did that, but anyway. Buy the Moss Wine book. Surely there isn't one. Is there one? There must be. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'd better. Let's have a bit of a read of that. Wild pigs covered in moss and fungus. Sometimes you will even find mushrooms growing on them. Their meat is known as a delicacy. Though normally docile, they will charge you if angered. Yeah, that is 100 zenny well spent, I agree. You actually don't get... Is Mia back? That looks like Mia has returned. What else could we do? Possibly... Well, actually I do need Basarios materials, so I might do that, because I want to make the Basarios lance in this game. So let's do Basarios. And I will actually continue with what I've got here. In terms of ammunition. So I've got a bit of Pierce left, I've got Poison to shoot, I've got Paralysis Shot, and normal level 2. I'm just trying to get through all of my ammunition here. So... Basaria should be a good quest to do that. I think we'll have the assistance of Mia this time around. So that's good. Alright. But yeah, if I think I do have an example to show you. No, I don't. Well, I'll buy one of the large monster reference books, and I will show you that they don't actually reveal how many that you have killed. Which is very frustrating. That's not something that was introduced until later games, obviously. What do I want? We'll just get a cheaper one, we'll get a Gendrome book. Money is precious. Gendrome, large monster, but we are not given any details as to how many we've killed. Small monsters, that's fine. I think when they brought about the change, which was in Freedom 1, I believe, small monsters were not given a number that you've killed, but you did get a number for large monsters. That is not the case here. Yep, the first game to have a guild card was Freedom 1 as well, so there is no guild card here. Alpha Team were so resistant to the idea of a guild card that even in Try they didn't have one. That is extraordinary to me. I don't know what they were thinking. That's crazy to me. How did they look at the guild card system and go, well, that's entirely unnecessary? And decide that only the awards mattered? What the fuck? If you ever want a point of reference to judge the Alpha Team, well, if you wanted to know the depth of their eccentricities, that's probably the best way to express it. It's by saying they looked at the guild card system and decided that it wasn't a good addition. Either that, or they were just upset that Beta Team had thought of it and decided, oh, we're not going to implement that. But I don't think that they were competitive when it came to their vision. I could be wrong, maybe they were, but... Anyway, looks like everyone's ready to go, so I will depart on the quest. And now the leaf blower has moved behind me. It was on that side of the building, now it's behind me, and there's not much I can do about it now. How audible is that? That's really fucking audible. That's great. Yeah, leaf blower, that's like literally one day of the week, and I don't know what day that is. I mean, today is Thursday, but I don't know if it's consistently Thursday, but yeah. That is the one fucking sound that will interrupt my recordings, and, you know, there's not much I can do about that. As I said, I will... Oh, fuck, I forgot to bring cool drinks. I'm an idiot, but that's okay, because we are going to be confronting the Basarios in an area that is not hot, so I won't actually require those drinks in the end. I don't have a Farcaster on me, so it looks like I'm going to manually make my way to where the Basarios is. So yeah, I'm going to start with Pierce shots, and once I've expended those, I will probably move on to support ammunition such as, well, really the only support ammunition I've got is paralysis, of which I carry 12. And once I've shot though, well, I might do poison first, then paralysis, then move on to normal shots. But we'll open with Pierce. The mission is to expend all of my ammunition. As you can see, it's taking me a little while to make this journey. Some quests, for some reason, will put you in a random location, even before you reach high rank. I don't know what that's about. Maybe they're just introducing you to the idea of spawning in a random location, but I had it happen in a Cephadrome quest prior to this one. It seems that this particular quest does the same. I don't know what that's about, but yeah. I need to actually put those sonic bombs away. Stop it. Obviously, the way it always is when it comes to first generation is that you have to deal with a lot of small monsters as well. And I'm having to deal with a leaf blower. In addition to the small monsters. Just makes my life that much harder. He's really edging on that fucking leaf blower, like... It's really annoying. Might have to go out there and show him how to really do it. Well, yeah, I mean, quite obviously, Peeberry, I'm not going to need a cool drink if I'm in a non-hot area. But yeah, he doesn't, like, Basarios does not rotate into the hot areas at all. That's what Gravios does. Gravios avoids these areas, and Basarios likes these areas, and I think it's quite obvious why. He actually is designed to mimic the appearance of these rocks, which only appear at the base of the volcano. I don't know if Basarios is going to take much damage from poison, but I'm going to shoot it anyway. I think I just saw Sleep appear briefly. Oh, I might have to carve that Vespoid. It's an opportunity. Vespoid wing. I think we've got another Vespoid that's been knocked down, thanks to the Basarios and his poison cloud. But yeah, I'm sure he takes some damage from poison. Pressing the wrong button. Even if he doesn't take much damage from poison, it's worth mentioning that poison shots do deal a lot of damage when you shoot. And have it impact the monster. Status shots in general are quite high damage. They're not super high, but they do deal a decent amount of damage on their own without applying the status itself. Yeah, it is hard to imagine, isn't it? Just the extreme lack of space in this game to store things. It does totally change how you play Monster. It changes how I play. I'm doing my best to deal with the terrain here, and the way it negatively affects my camera. I'm becoming increasingly used to R3 to shoot. Still feels extremely unnatural, but a little less unnatural than when I first did it. Now. I don't know what you're breathing there, but nothing's coming out, my friend. It looks like he is... Oh no, he is not so resistant to poison that I was unable to poison him. He did eventually get affected by it. I'd like to get his stomach with my paralysis shots, but it didn't happen. There you go. We'll do one more hunt, and then that will conclude the live stream. Like I said, it's going to be a bit of a shorter live stream this time, just because I don't have as much time available to me. I should take this as an opportunity to mine. There we go, there's a mining spot down there. Getting some Macalite ore from this monster as well. Macalite ore is very helpful. There are a few things that require it. For example, my full Blademaster Rathalos set did require quite a bit of Macalite ore. I think it was 3 per armor piece, so it actually wasn't that much in the end. But if you didn't have any, well, I can see you're trying to be helpful, Mia, but it's actually not helpful. Anyway. It's always good to mine in these situations, because that way you don't have to go doing it, especially for the purposes of gathering materials. You don't have to just go on a quest just to do some mining. But yeah, gathering quests where literally there is no objective except to gather in that location for your own purposes is obviously not a common thing. It's specific enough, or rare enough, that is treated as an event quest that's on rotation. We've currently got the Gathering in the Desert gathering quest, so yeah. That was actually a decent amount of HRP. I didn't see precisely how much it was, but it looked like it was affecting my my total HRP amount quite a lot. I think I'm almost done with my ammunition now. I think I'm just going to sell the normal shots. I've really had enough. Or I suppose I can keep them in there. Yeah. How about we just keep it there? I've freed up 2 slots now compared to when we started the live stream. Expended all of my poison and pierce shots. I'm going to go back to Blademaster now. Like I said, my next weapon that I'm going to be working on forging is the Basarios Lance. It works out to be a very good lance in the game, so like for raw damage. I think it has poison as well, so it's like a high raw weapon with a decent amount of poison as well. That's my recollection. I don't think I demonstrated this, but I will show you in just a moment. Oh no, I don't want to equip that. I'm going to equip the, not the Hero's Blade, wrong one. Poison Battle Axe. As you can see, it doesn't actually tell you how much poison you've got. When it comes to poison, stun, and any element, it'll just say that you've got additional damage in that element or status. It's not going to say how much you've got, which is interesting, but the information is out there as to how much you've got. You just have to find it, and it's obviously slightly annoying to have to do that when most of us are going to be used to having that information at our fingertips just while playing the game normally. Alrighty. What have we got next? Or what would I like to do next? Mia has posted a special quest which presumably I can do. Slot occupied. Why? Why have you posted a quest that I can't do? Trying to do a little bit of a wink wink nudge nudge, let's exclude Lord Zor. Unfortunately for you, N10 is a friend of mine. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, unless it didn't fully load, but I'm pretty sure that's, yeah. That's a special quest that I can't join. So I'm not sure what that's about. Well, Mia can do whatever the hell she sees fit to do. Doesn't bother me at this point. I keep getting Volcanic Valor. It makes me wonder if that's a key quest. I don't think it is. I think it's a different Gravios quest. But anyway, what are you doing? I'm happy for you to post something as long as it's something that I can join on. Oh, it's a solo quest. I see. Well, we could do Capture Kezu. It'll be good HRP, I think. Obviously not good compared to high rank quests, but in the context of what N10 would need to get to HR 20, but yeah, for me it'll be good. Let's see how my HR progression is at the moment. Or HRP. You could also say HRP is Hunter rank progression instead of Hunter rank points. We could make that argument. Based on what I said there. But yeah, we need to get to 20,000 in order to reach HR 11. And my guess is that I will get the urgent quest when I reach HR 12. But it might not even work that way. I might not have actually done all of the key quests. Because I think you can do the urgent quest, but then just not get to the next star level until you reach the required Hunter rank. That's what I'm going to assume is the case. Could always be wrong. But that is my current theory. I'm just going to wait to see what Mia is doing. Obviously, it will be a quick hunt. I do recognize that. Yeah, Sword and Shield is still pretty comfortable to use in Monster Hunter 1. It's not very comfortable if you are not experienced with using the analog stick to attack, but once you get used to that, yeah, it's probably the most comfortable weapon to use. I consider it to be. You've just got such excellent mobility and freedom of movement, which is the same thing as mobility, but it feels like a better way to describe it. It's just the freedom to be able to close the distance between yourself and the monster really quickly, and also to get out of the way of a monster really quickly. It makes a big difference to the experience. So, yeah, I will be working on a lance very soon, but this Sword and Shield is doing a pretty good job of getting me through the game so far. Lance is pretty much your average Monster Hunter 1 player's go-to weapon type, because it is extremely strong. I don't know what they were thinking making Lance so strong. Maybe it was intended to be the beginner-friendly weapon type. You know, you've got a big shield to hide behind, and it also deals really heavy damage. I don't know why they chose for that to be the case, but fine. I've already got a pitfall trap, so I suppose I'll just take the tranks. Now, as you recall, when we fought the Kutku, we didn't have any indication that he was weak. So it makes me wonder, and I don't remember. I may have seen it, but I'm just not sure. But this is sort of a symptom of playing too many versions of Monster Hunter. I'm not too sure at this stage if Kezu does his staring off into space maneuver. We'll call it a maneuver. I probably shouldn't. It's literally the absence of movement. I shouldn't call it a maneuver, but it's just, it sounds funny to call it that. We'll say he may or may not indicate weakness by staring off into space here in Monster Hunter 1, so we may be on the lookout for that. If we see him do it, then we can confirm that we do have a weakness indicator for Kezu, but not for Yian Kutku, which is a bit odd. But anyway. I forgot to bring hot drinks again because I am a fucking moron. So, there we are. The only reason why I'm forgetting to do it, and you should all understand this, is because in all of the other Monster Hunter games, I always bring both types of drink. So in a situation where I'm not doing that, I just don't even think of it. I don't have that moment in time where I look at the quest and go, oh, I'm going to need a specific drink for that. Because I always have them in my pouch. I don't have to think about it. Alright, I suppose we're going to wait for him to arrive in Area 9, because he does fly down into Area 9. I thought he would start in 8, and I was content to confront him in Area 8, but I do know for a fact that he flies down into Area 9 pretty quickly, so I will give him the time to do that. That was actually quite funny. It seemed as if I had a force field around my character, and the Genprey jumped at me and then was repelled. How dare you kill Piggy? Oh shit. Shouldn't have attacked the moss swine. Mia is a staunch defender of the moss swine. Monster Defender 1. Well, I just saw our friend Kezu fly past, so I think we might need to pursue. Looks like he might want to fly down in Area 5. I'm not sure. Here he is. He's slowly now flying through here. So he's either going to land in Area 10 or Area 11, or he may even go to Area 7. I don't know what he wants to do at this stage. What I do know is that he's being really annoying. We haven't even engaged him yet, and he's being annoying. Need I remind you all of the time when I think we walked around in circles for 5 minutes while he was crawling on the wall? Oh, he is landing here. I actually don't know how to signal in this game, so I can't do it. But he is landing here. Slowly but surely. Wow, he says. I do like his wow sounding. Wails. Wow. It sounds like a... When I do it, it sounds like a cat in heat, but... yeah. He does not sound like a cat in heat. Although cats do make extremely strange noises when they're in heat, and when they're mating, so... you know, the sound of a Kezu screaming is probably not that far removed. I remember the first time, it was when I was a kid, I remember it was at night time, and I just had no fucking clue what I was hearing. It was just the most incredible sound. And it was two cats either mating or in heat or something, but the fucking sounds they were making. Just extraordinary, because I never had a cat as a child, or as an adult, or at any point in my life, and so, you know, didn't know what kind of crazy noises they could make, and, yeah, there were cats outside. And I remember asking my mum, like, what the hell is that sound? It was scary. And she said, oh, it sounds like cats in heat. And it was just... Yeah, I mean, if you didn't know that it was cats, you'd think it was a fucking monster outside. Or some kind of, you know... something that would make a cryptozoologist wet themselves, you know. But, yeah, something very odd is what it sounds like, but it's actually something rather normal. Apparently deer make crazy noises as well. As wildlife for you. So we will obviously have to be careful not to kill this thing. Both Mia and N10, I think, have a decent amount of damage on their persons. So just need to be aware of... Oh, come on, I had my shield raised. What do you want from me? It wasn't just raised, it was raised in the direction of your mouth. Seriously. As you can see, green sharpness is actually yellow sharpness. Just that's another thing that I neglected to mention. You may or may not have noticed it. But yeah. For some reason, green sharpness glows yellow. I don't know what that's about, but that's first generation Monster Hunter for you. Or more like Alpha Team Monster Hunter. Makes more sense to say that. Just something totally inexplicable and, oh, that's not your Discord, that's my Discord. Fear not. You don't need to check it. Oh, that was Peaberry. Peaberry's sending me a message. Or at messaging me. No, it's my fault for not muting Discord. Yeah, Peaberry, just by doing that, has made, like, a whole host of people watching this VOD check their Discord. Mia thinks that we need to be careful. I understand why. The monster is poisoned and we've been attacking for a little while, so we should watch and take care. Again, I'm not sure if we are going to see any sort of weakness indicator. Should we go for it? The thing is, I don't know if anyone else has trank bombs. I'm still of the opinion that they are supply items only, but Mia, a previous capture quest that I did with Mia, oh shit, here we go. There's no real need to ping for it, you were the only one attacking the damn monster. That's actually quite funny. The monster starts limping, and then the only person who was attacking the monster while we were standing back and watching pings. But Mia says good luck in capture. That's one way of taking a back seat. Okay. I will do the trank and then trap, then trank again strategy. That is going to be probably the most effective way to make this work. Get over here. Mia is taking like a huge backseat. In fact, they're both staying there and I can see why. It's to make it easier to do the capture. Alright. Oh, nestled in the bosom of a fucking Khezu. It's just what I like. Good night. So I stood back from the Khezu because depending on the monster, when you get it in a pitfall trap, your tranks can actually go over the fucking monster because you throw them almost in an arc. So what you really need to do is just stand back and let the trajectory of the trank bombs, which is fixed, be on target. Because again, you don't want to be too close. That is almost the worst scenario possible. Just tossing your tranks and missing completely because you're too close. It almost sounds counterintuitive. You wouldn't think that it would be that way, but it is. But yeah, that is Capture Khezu, and I really should be mining, and I haven't been mining. It's my mistake. I am almost out of stamina because again I didn't have any hot drinks. Apparently sprinting while throwing in Freedom 1 does reduce the arc, which is a bit weird, but anyway. You would think that if you're standing still it would be less necessary to have a big arc, right? Because if you're standing still it's probably because you've positioned yourself close to the monster, but whatever. Maybe a different form of logic can be argued for that as well, I don't know. 360 HRP, which isn't too bad. And that is Khezu captured and dealt with. He sleeps peacefully now, waiting to be brought into a training quest. Well, I don't think there is any training in Monster Hunter 1, is there? I could be wrong, but I don't remember there being training quests. It might have been a thing in Monster Hunter G. And then perhaps in... Well, I don't remember it in Freedom 1 even. Was it in Freedom 1? I don't remember. But, anyway, like I said, been playing too many different versions of Monster Hunter. So, I just don't know anymore. I do thank you all for watching. A little bit of a shorter live stream, but not that much shorter. It was an hour and 45 in the end, not an hour and 30. I do thank you all for watching. And I will see you next time I'm playing Monster Hunter. I will try to do more Monster Hunter 1. I will do as much as I can. Like I said, I can't always get a group. But I could always hit up N10. That's something that I haven't really done. Haven't tried to hit him up for a live stream, but I might start doing that going forward. He's playing a lot of games that are very helpful to have him involved with when I'm recording. It's just it's a form of insurance for a live stream. And obviously I enjoy his company as well. I will see you all when I'm next live, and I bid you all farewell for now. Bye-bye.